One of the things the Lord was telling me yesterday, and we've already know this, but he was really emphasizing it's a time to build. And I know that's building our numbers and our strength and our maturity. It just goes across the board. I was asking which one, but I just know it's synonymous. It's going towards the building. If we're really going to change this community, we have to build a house for God that moves in the flow of the Spirit. And that's not going to happen unless we build that house. Plain and simple. That's why we're called to this community. That's our mission. We're to build a house in this community that will have the flow of the Spirit. And it will draw from others from outside. But really our focus is this community. If we focus on the community, it'll take care of the rest. And so we really need to start being focused on that, looking for the next step in strategy. And I even have a word, I'm going to go read it. Because I was kind of trying to find the placement of it, because it was actually last Sunday I got it. But it's moving that. I know it has to do a lot with young people. I don't think it's coincidence that you guys are coming. I know where a lot of us are family, but in God that really doesn't matter. He just picks it the way he picks it. And the other thing is, a lot of what we are to do is family. So we're connecting supernatural things, but we're bringing them into the family unit and the family function, which is so dysfunctional in this day and hour. So we're trying to change dysfunctionalness of family. And so a lot of that, sometimes you'll notice we don't know really where we're going. Sometimes we kind of got a clue. But that's because we're setting a pattern and a model. But that's how you can know you're in the real deal versus just in some program. So personally, I feel better about fumbling through something that's real than just following a pattern that's just an image that doesn't really make a difference in the world. This makes a difference in the world. This is going to make state and national differences. And them sound like, how could that be? But if you make a difference, people look at the model. We're going to Kentucky. How could it make a difference in the nation? It already has. We're going next weekend. It will make a difference in the nation. How big? I don't know. But it's going to make a national difference, because what we are carrying, they are going to carry at least some of that residue. I don't know how much, but it's some. So there we just impacted a nation. Why? Because it's a little step of the big plan. If we try to affect the nation, it's purposeless. But God is turning the whole thing, and God has those threads. Was it Asa who talked about the thread through everything yesterday? See, if you've noticed, you'll go and do something, you'll go like, how did all these things get connected together? But in God, he has that common thread woven through. And so when he pulls upon that thread, you don't realize the significance of the little thing that you do. But it actually just sets a whole thing in motion. And you might not see the whole domino effect. But you know, in dominoes, you can have hundreds of dominoes set in a row. And you might maybe your view only shows 5 dominoes, but you may be knocking down 1,000 dominoes and not even know it. Because of that effect that just reverberates. And how is that? Because the Spirit of God has planned the whole thing. Because he just pulls on that thread and he says, yes, watch what I'm going to do with that. And he just likes doing that because he likes to show off. God does like to show off. He's pretty cool that way. That's part of his majesty. So what I'm saying is, enter into the bigger thing. And I know that sometimes that don't just happen overnight. But I know even this seed will be in the back of your head. And God will do as he will with it.